Hello friends, how are you doing? It's been a very long time. I haven't been able to post a video. My apologies. Almost a year now. But I had different things that just topped the list of my priority and I couldn't manage time enough for this. I'm extremely sorry for that. But thank you for being with me. Thank you for watching my videos. You have no idea how much you inspire me. Your comments, your feedback, they mean so much to me. And so here I am, back with you, and I'm really happy to be back. Well, today in this video, I want to share with you my thoughts about forgiveness. This is something that goes a long way to bring peace to ourselves, to our mind. There is a story I'm sure everybody has heard or read, but the lesson in it is so good, so inspiring, that it is worth repeating. A master was teaching his disciples. One day in the class when he was teaching, one of his disciples asked, "Master, why should we forgive those who wrong us?" The master said, "Okay, I will answer this to you tomorrow in the class. But tomorrow when you come, each one of you will have to bring a sack of potatoes." The disciples found it very strange, but they couldn't question the master. So the next day, each one of them went back to the class with a bag full of potatoes. And the master was ready for the lesson. He asked, "Well, each one think and remember every person who has wronged you in your life. I give you a couple of minutes." Every young student thought and in the mind made a list of people who have at one point of time or the other wronged them. When they were ready, the master told them to engrave their names on potatoes, one name on one potato. They had to engrave it with a knife or maybe something sharp. They once again did not question the master. They took out potatoes from their sacks and engraved the names of the people they held a grudge on. And some had 3 potatoes with names engraved, some had 10. Then the master told them to carry those potatoes with them throughout the day and come to the class the next day with the same bag of potatoes with the names engraved on them. The students carried the potatoes all day. Those who had many names engraved, they had many potatoes to carry, quite a burden, but they nevertheless did as the master wanted them to do. And after the entire day, they came to the master. "Master, what now?" He said, "Go home, keep the potatoes right with you, And next day again come to the class with the same bag of potatoes. Potatoes with the names engraved on them. So again the next day. And this continued for 3 days. And by the end of the 3rd day, the disciples were really exasperated because the potatoes had started smelling. They had the scratches on them, and after 3 days, they were rotting, they were smelling, and carrying them all day with the bad smell was really quite a task. They wanted to get rid of them. And so they came to the master and told him, "Master, please, let us get rid of them. They are smelling and they are heavy. It's not at all a pleasant experience." The master said, "Exactly. Get rid of them. If those potatoes are smelling and heavy, think of the names that you have engraved in your heart. They are so heavy on your heart. They are so rotting and smelling and making your heart so unpleasant for you. Why don't you get rid of it?" The disciples understood in a second. They understood what the lesson was all about. Yes, friends, it is so true for all of us. When we keep the people in our heart, those who have wronged us, every day we carry them in our hearts. Every day we think of them. Every day bitterness fills our heart. And it is heavy with a burden we really don't want. We actually want to get rid of them. And as we can throw away the potatoes, we can throw away the names from our hearts only by forgiving them. When we forgive the person who has wronged us, we actually delete the name from our hearts. That's the way, that's the only way. So, why carry the rotten potatoes? Let go. Set yourself free. The heart is for us to make a happy place or a bad, unpleasant, heavy place. Let's make it a happy place. Let's make it a pleasant, fragrant, beautiful place. Our hearts, very precious. So let's forgive. Let's move on. About moving on, in my next video, I'm going to talk about the importance and significance of moving on. Why we should move on. Keep watching. Stay with me. Thank you so much.